My name is Veva Wallace-Spaulding. I am a lieutenant with the Fairfax County Police Department. I'm assigned as the assistant commander of the Mount Vernon District Station, and I have 16 years on with the Fairfax County Police Department. I'm not the first person in my family to become a police officer. In fact, my grandfather, James Spaulding, he was a police officer with the New York City Police Department for 16 and a half years. He retired in 1986. It may seem that because my grandfather was a police officer, I also wanted to become one, but that's not the case at all. So my goal was actually to become a veterinarian. That was something I wanted to do since I was a kid. I went to University of Maryland, College Park, and studied pre-vet medicine. And it was at that time I discovered I wasn't as good at science as I thought I was. I got my degree. However, I knew I wanted a career. I had a passion to do something amazing. I met a PG County animal control officer who told me about that career path, and I applied to Fairfax County and started my career as an animal control officer. After spending some time with animal control, I wanted to do more investigations, and I decided to transfer over to the police department. They asked me which station I wanted to go to, and I immediately chose Mount Vernon District Station. I chose Mount Vernon District Station because it was close to home for me. I grew up right across the bridge in Prince George's County. I could see my neighborhood from the Potomac River, and I just connected with the officers and the community. That's where I served as an animal control officer, was Mount Vernon and Franconia districts. It felt like home to me at the time, and that was my first choice. When I decided to take a different path, my family was excited. They were very supportive, because obviously this is something that I never thought of doing. And so for me, it felt like it was meant to be. This was definitely a purpose. If my grandfather did it, I could do it too. My grandfather and I talk a lot about law enforcement. I mean, he has stories for days about his experience with New York City Police Department. And one thing that he's always told me with all his stories, every single time we talk, is, to do this job, you have to have a love for humanity. You have to have a love for people. And that to him was the most important thing and why he did that profession. And it's something he tells me and instills in me regularly, that to make sure that when you do this job, that you are loving people, that you do the right thing, you work with integrity, and you just do your best to support people and help people. His information is so valuable that sometimes I find myself writing it down. Sometimes I will look at it and it kind of gives me a boost during the tough days. I would say the one thing that stands out the most is that he's always told me that we have to stand up during the times of adversity. We have to stand up for what's right. Our community depends on us to protect them. And that has always been his primary goal and job. And he expects that from me as well. What's important for me is representing my family. I come from a family of educators, public servants, entrepreneurs, business owners who have done wonderful things and have paved the way for me, and they have spent their life serving others. For me, it's important to honor both as best as I can every day. That's my main goal. It just so happens that I am the first African-American female commander in the history of Fairfax County. However, what I'm most proud about is being able to pave the way for others, just like my grandfather did for me, to be able to mentor and support those who aspire to do the same thing, because my goal would be to ensure that I'm not the last. I'm glad that I took the path that I did because it led me here. And I'm so proud of our department for the improvements that we've made, how far we've come. One thing I tell the officers that I meet or that I mentor, or even the young adults that I mentor here in the community, is that oftentimes this profession chooses us. We don't always choose this profession. I believe that if you have a servant's heart, if you have a love for humanity, the Fairfax County Police Department is the agency for you. It was the agency for me, so I'd say it's the agency for you.